Hello everyone, nice to meet you again with the Disney 3D Art channel. Today is the first day of the Lunar New Year, wishing everyone a year filled with happiness and success at work. In today's video it will be the character Audrey Ramirez from the movie Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Audrey Ramirez is a supporting character of Disney's 2001 animated feature film Atlantis: The Lost Empire and its 2003 direct-to-video sequel, Atlantis: Milo's Return. She is a tough, resourceful chief engineer, born and raised in Dearborn, Michigan, the daughter of master mechanic Manuel Ramirez, retired from Whitmore Industries. Audrey displayed remarkable mechanical acuity from the time she could first walk. At 18 months, she could completely disassemble and reassemble any clock in the Ramirez household. At the age of 3, Anna Ramirez found that young Audrey was able to foil any lock she encountered. Mrs. Ramirez despaired of trying to keep sweets in the house, as it became plain that no matter how complex or expensive the pantry lock was, Audrey could best it within minutes. Although nearly as aggressive as her older sister Nina, Audrey was drawn to the calm of her father's workshop. At the age of 4, Audrey rebuilt a 96 quadra-cycle runabout, and it became clear to Manuel that his daughter had what he called the touch. Although he could never tell his paying customers that a toddler was repairing their automobiles, Manuel took on his daughter as an apprentice. In 1905, the Ramirez family moved to Detroit, where both father and daughter took night jobs at the Henry Ford automotive plant to supplement the income of Manuel's shop. Audrey blossomed in the giant, well-appointed machine shop at Ford. She began a period of research and invention, where she specialized in gear drives and hydraulics. Her aggressive nature eventually put her at the forefront of the new automotive labor movement. Henry Ford, being a reasonable man, learned early on to take Audrey Ramirez seriously. The Ford Motor Plant is now recognized as one of the most enlightened and well-paying manufacturers in the automobile industry. Manuel Ramirez, upon his retirement, stated that despite his relationship with his daughter, he has never met a more gifted mechanic to replace him. Currently on retainer, the development of Audrey was a desire by the filmmakers to create a female character closer to Milo's age he could seemingly relate to. Furthermore, writer Tab Murphy noted that directors Gary Truesdale and Kirk Wise felt there needed to be a mechanic, believing that there had to be someone to tend to the vehicles. This inspired Murphy to come up with a teenage female grease monkey with a tough girl attitude one would find in Latin American women from the Bronx. The supervising animator of Audrey was Anne-Marie Bardwell, who also served as a character designer on the film. Bardwell noted that much of Audrey's personality and attitude comes from her either objecting to or being oblivious to the standards of pre-World War I, as there were hardly mechanics. Never mind female mechanics, never mind teenage female mechanics. Animator John Pomeroy, who Bardwell previously worked under at Sullivan Bluth Studios, believes Audrey is very much like Bardwell herself in that she is feisty, spunky, and full of verbs. Jacqueline Obradors provided the voice for Audrey. Obradors imagined Audrey as being a tomboy who was in touch with her masculine side. She enjoyed the process of recording dialogue for a character, making her feel like a kid again and wanting to keep going even though the 2-hour sessions scheduled would end. Audrey is generally aggressive and sarcastic and very proud of her family and job, though her sister, now a boxer, is just as aggressive as she is. She was drawn to the calm of her father's workshop and went into engineering. And despite her tough exterior, she cares a lot for her friends and family and is the first to turn away from what Rourke is doing and help Milo. Began working in her father's automobile repair shop as a mechanic's assistant in 1901 at age 5. Showed an early aptitude for mechanical engines, was promoted to full apprentice at age 7. Began work at Henry Ford Automotive in 1905 at age 9 as journeyman mechanic. She was given the first supervisory position at age 11. Instrumental in labor negotiations with fledgling automobile workers' unions, 1909. Credited with developing prototype assembly line production method, 1909. Developed a gear-driven centrifugal pump cooling system in 1910. Assisted in the development of beveled drive gears, 1910. Assisted in the development of Ford reduction gear steering system, non-reversible, 1912. Her father Manuel retires after participating in the expedition that locates the Shepherd's Journal in Iceland. She replaces him going into the expedition to Atlantis and is later talked into agreeing to locate a giant crystal pictured in the book and sell it on the black market for a hefty price. As a chief mechanic, Audrey does whatever she can to keep the Ulysses running during its attack by the Leviathan. Despite her best efforts, even doing some of the job herself, she recognizes that all is lost and reports it to Commander Lyle Rourke, who in turn orders all hands to abandon ship. Throughout the journey to Atlantis, Audrey and whatever remaining mechanics are available to check to make sure all the vehicles are in working condition. When the driller appears to have a busted rotor, she is about to take a replacement piece from one of the spare trucks when Milo Thatch uses his skills working in the boiler to get it working again. Audrey does not necessarily take this well, punching Milo twice in the arm for flinching, but it eventually leads to her and the others to take him in during a rest break. Having never met the man her father knew, Audrey gets Milo to talk about his grandfather Thaddeus Thatch and appears to enjoy seeing Milo open up. Audrey, in turn, talks about herself, how she hopes to open a new high-end repair shop with her father with the money she expects to get from the expedition, and that her sister is an undefeated middleweight boxer with a shot at the title of champion. When the expedition gets dropped into a cavern as a result of escaping hostile fireflies, Audrey notes that only a couple of trucks were totaled while the rest, including the digger, managed to stay in working condition due to apparently landing on soft soil. Later identified by Gaten Molière as pumice ash from the dormant volcano, Audrey is in awe of the beauty of Atlantis and is later seen with Cookie Farnsworth exploring the marketplace. Here, she comments on the Atlanteans' tattoos, only to be horrified when Cookie displays his of the United States of America on his stomach. Audrey and the others stick with Lyle Rourke as he executes the primary objective in fiddling the giant crystal. Although she is among those shocked by his actions at striking the already dying Atlantean king Kashekam Nadok. After the heart of Atlantis is recovered, Milo makes a plea to the others regarding what their actions will do, making Audrey feel guilty about opening a repair shop with her father from the money received at the expense of the lives of the Atlanteans. Audrey is among the first to side with Milo and later participates in the battle to stop Rourke. Audrey shares a flying stone fish vehicle with Joshua Sweet and the two attempt to free the container holding Princess Kadagakosh in the heart of Atlantis from the escaping hot air balloon while Milo and Vinnie Santorini act as decoys. But Rourke and Helga Sinclair manage to shoo them off, dropping bombs around them. Fortunately, Milo would bring about Rourke's defeat and the rescuing of Kida, the heart of Atlantis. And Atlantis itself. Audrey is honored for her bravery in saving Atlantis, giving Milo a goodbye kiss on the cheek, and 2 playful punches to the arm for flinching. Upon returning to the surface, she would outfit her crystal as the center attachment to her botch. Whereas she is often seen as a tomboy throughout the expedition, she wears elegant clothing of a lady during her debriefing with Preston Whitmore. She presumably goes through with opening up a repair shop with her father from the money earned through the gold received from the Atlanteans. She is also seen with Fluffy, Milo's pet cat, leading the viewer to believe that she adopted it when Milo decided to remain in Atlantis. Audrey would join the others in returning to Atlantis briefly, in informing Milo and Queen Kadagakosh of what is happening on the surface. She, Milo, Kida, Vinnie, and Mole went to go investigated ship attacks in the Atlantic and discovered culprit was a giant sea monster known as the Kraken. First is to paint the skin, then color the black hair and wear the black boots for Audrey Ramirez. Next is to wearing an garage outfit for Audrey Ramirez. Next is to draw the hairstyle for Audrey Ramirez. Finally, make the face and wear the garage hat for Audrey Ramirez. So the character Audrey Ramirez from the movie Atlantis: The Lost Empire has been completed. If you like this video tutorial, please like and subscribe button to receive the new notify. At the same time, download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online, as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV shows for free, used by many peoples of the world. Once again, we wish everyone a happy Lunar New Year, with prosperous business and dreams come true. Goodbye and see you soon everyone.